of the cool things we want to do, and we're kind of growing as a show, is that we want to talk to potential NFL prospects. And we have our first one on the show today. It's great. Corey Hoelck is with us. Corey, how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk to you guys about this.
Corey's offensive lineman from University of Nebraska, Kearney, Division II school, was second team All-MIA in 2019, and he is currently getting ready for the draft. Corey, again, welcome. And we hear this term all the time about getting ready for the draft. What does a guy that wants to go to the NFL do on a daily basis to get ready for the NFL draft?
So I'm actually out here at Denver, Colorado at Landau Performance, pretty world-known draft prep place that a lot of guys come across the country. There's probably 30 of us here. But I mean, that's what it is. Right when your season's over, it honestly becomes a whirlwind. You have to sign an agent. You and your agent discuss where you want to train. You move out here, you move away from everyone you know, everything you know, and you start doing this. And a lot of that is you're no longer a football player, to be honest with you. We train to be track athletes right now. We train to, be good in the 40, good in the vertical jump, right? And that's a little bit different for people to hear, but that's honestly what it is. We come out here and we lift, hour and a half to 2 hours a day, and then another hour of just, working and perfecting the drills exactly how they want it to, so we can be good at that, like the 40, the shuttle and stuff like that.
So when you say drills, you mean specifically for the NFL Combine or your pro day?
Yep, exactly. Your shuttle, your 3-cone drill, your 40, honestly, just getting every detail in that just so you can, just milk every ounce of athletic potential you have. Because honestly, it's the biggest job interview of all of our lives that are about to go on and do this.
So speaking of job interviews, have you done any of the mock? Like you hear about guys getting called up to the hotel rooms of the teams and they ask you, you get these weird questions. Are you going through that process as well?
Not really, not yet. I think that's going to happen a lot more after pro day is when they can have direct contact with you. But I mean, when scouts come to the school or just like when you're in college, they'll ask you weird questions like that, just things that you just aren't used to. I mean, they'll go back and they'll look at your high school transcripts. I mean, look at your grades from high school and stuff like that. Like they do their digging. Obviously, it's $1 billion industry. That's what they're going to do. And I mean, it's just obviously for us younger guys, it's just a whirlwind. It's different. None of us have done it before.
So were you a good student, Hoelck? Did you smoke weed? Huh? Did you smoke weed? You're gonna get questions like that, I'm sure. I'm kidding. If
you're gonna get all those old party videos, now's the time to put them on the down low, shall we?
Yeah.
So one thing about you're a Division II guy. There's great football played at Division II, but it doesn't get the attention that FBS and FCS guys get.
Yep.
What do you as a Division II guy? First of all, did you have any other Division II guys you could reach out to kind of get you steered along that path? And what do you have to do as a Division II guy to get out there and get your name out in the NFL world, as it were?
I mean, I just think it's doing things just a little bit differently. It's you got to dominate every snap. If you're not dominated against our level of competition, you're probably not going to make it. And I think that starts building up as probably a junior or senior. And I think what helps me, I was named an All-American this year. I've had over 40 career starts. And honestly, from our Division II conference, a lot of people say it is the best D2 conference in the nation. I mean, the Vikings have drafted 2 guys the last 2 years from our conference, Zach Davidson and Kyle Hinton.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's a great knowledge. Bringing more knowledge than we got, Ted.
Now, let me ask you that. Have you been able to reach out to those guys, say, hey, I'm an MIAA guy. Can you help me out? Is there kind of like a sort of a brotherhood in that Division II world up at the NFL level?
No, I haven't talked to those guys directly. Thought about reaching out to them. Those guys, I mean, I think 2020 was Zach Davidson and 2019 was Kyle Hinton. But guys who I've talked to is UNK's had about 4 guys the last probably 4 years go through this path and do all that. And I've directly talked to them and just different things. Like we've had an offensive lineman who had a 4-year career in the NFL, like talking to him about, different stuff like that. And then we had guys who just had a tryout, and just having those different perspectives, I think. And you're going to hear a lot of things. Every guy's going to hear a different thing. And I think it's what you want to take in and what you want to take advantage of, because each person's going to have a different piece of advice for what you go through.
Now, have you been invited to the NFL Combine? Does UNK have a pro day, or is it a kind of a bigger regional pro day or Division II pro day? How's that going to work for you?
I'm going to go to the University of Nebraska's pro day, March 22nd in Lincoln. Do have a conference pro day, but it's kind of close to Lincoln, so I won't I probably won't attend that one. Just the body can't do that much in that close of days. But yeah, that's where we're going to be ending up. And hopefully, you know, those numbers match up a lot and a lot better than a lot of the bigger school guys. I think that's big for me going into pro day, just showing that I can match a lot of things that other guys do.
Have you gotten a draft grade, or do you have an idea where you think you might be drafted? Has any team reached out to you yet by chance?
My agent does a lot of that, contacting teams and stuff, but it's going to be, I've heard later rounds to probably undrafted free agent, which is, I mean, if you're going later rounds, I'd rather pick where I'm going to go. Yeah, I mean, this draft class is big too. That doesn't help. Just with that COVID year and the extra guys, this is going to be one of the bigger draft class that the NFL has probably seen in a while.
Now, you've played multiple positions on the line. Does that give you an advantage going into the combine and the pro day, or is that a disadvantage because you have teams that are looking for a guy that can purely play tackle or guard or center? How do you feel that benefits or is a disadvantage to you?
Teams really like that about me. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. I can play, I mean, I played tackle a lot in college, but obviously D2, I'm a little bit shorter, so I'll be more interior. But just being able to play center and both guards, that's a big thing for teams. Like if someone goes down, I can go in any spot. Maybe someone will pick me instead of picking two other guys who just play guard or something. I just think that's big. And for me, especially just coming from D2, showing that I'll be able to do more things than just one.
If you had your druthers, somebody drafted you and said, Corey, what position do you want to play? What position would it be?
Center. I want to play center. I think
center?
That's just to keep the whole line. And center's fun, man. It's you do a lot more, I think.
Can you come play center for the Vikings this year?
Please.
You call him up and I'll come on over.
The guy they got playing center is also he can bounce from center to guard. Bradbury, also Wyatt Davis, he plays a little bit of center. So yeah, I like that versatility. That's pretty cool that you're able to do that. Shows a lot of talent on your end.
Thank you.
What's it like to crush and pancake somebody? Sorry, I got to throw that in there. Come on, Corey. Tell me, what's it like just to lay somebody out and give them a pancake job?
It's the best feeling. You're moving someone against their will. That's the best thing in the world.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Football. It's fair.
Well, I want to go back to something you said just a little bit earlier, that you said if you were going to be either a late round or undrafted guy. And if you had your way, you'd rather be undrafted, even though undrafted guys have a longer shot to make it than even a fourth or fifth round guy. Why is that?
I mean, you can pick your scheme. You can pick where you think you fit best with maybe a coaching staff. I mean, a lot of people say that a lot of people's careers are dictated on where they go, just from their coaching staff to the scheme. I mean, if I get drafted somewhere, I might not be comfortable there. If I go undrafted, I can look at three teams. I can look, hey man, they don't have a lot of depth here. I think I have the best chance of making that roster spot here.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it'd be cool to get your name called. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
It's the coolest thing in the world. But I mean, the end goal is to make that 53-man roster and to continue my career as far as I can go.
What scheme do you play best in?
Like a outside zone scheme, I would say, inside zone, stuff like that.
The Vikings run an outside zone scheme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Try to be that athletic lineman, I would say. It just is my biggest strong point. So yeah.
All right, I got one more question for you, Corey, and then we'll let you go. If you had your druthers and 32 teams called you and said, Corey, we want you to play for us, which team would it be, and why is that team the Minnesota Vikings? What team? Who'd you cheer for growing up? Who's like your dream? The one job, like, wow, I can't believe I'm playing for these guys in the NFL team.
Honestly, the Denver Broncos. Big Broncos fan, but honestly, the Broncos are the Kansas City Chiefs. I know that sounds weird, but just being close to home and having my family and my friends being able to attend games and being close like that too. But I will tell you, my best buddy is a huge Vikings fan.
Is he really?
And yeah, I haven't heard the end of it. So we'll see.
Well, this is perfect that you're on this show because Quinn Miners got to the NFL because of Vikings Report.
Yeah, there you go. See?
We did a spotlight on him last year.
Yeah.
Look at him now. Now he's in Denver. I think he's starting over there. Big Quinn. Good job.
Yeah, he's good. Hey, man, that's a D3 guy right there.
Yeah. Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yo, it goes.
And one of your favorite guys is Colorado State, Pueblo, Ryan Jensen.
Yeah.
D2 to taking snaps from the freaking Tom Brady, bro. I mean,
that's wild.
There's guys everywhere who can play ball. Trust me.
All right. Well, look, Corey, thanks for taking the time to spend some time with us. Good luck in your training. Good luck in your draft prep. Hope to see your name called on the weekend. We'll be definitely looking out for you and to see where you end up landing. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
You bet. Good luck, Corey.
Yeah,
Take care.
Corey.